My ultimate goal. People usually go for an answer like to be the best I can be and whatnot, but I won't be as big. I think I want to go pro, and I want to make a living out of this. Like I want this to be what puts food on my table. The last December was my 5th year with TTA. I think I've grown so much. I don't think I can recognize myself when I started and now. Every period in time had its own lesson, and also to come out at the end as I think captain and I think one of the senior players, being here the longest, it's really meant a lot to me, and it holds a place. I've made so many friends, and I think some of them I'll be friends with them the whole time, like they're lifetime friends, and even some of the coaches I think they're family.
The resilience that that boy has is something that I admire so much, and so many times I look up to him, honestly, because of the kind of challenges that sometimes he's experienced throughout his journey. I always feel as if I am at a very good level in terms of resilience, in terms of perseverance, but every other day Praise reminds me of the level that I need to like sort of adapt to.
I fell in love with football around when I was in about class 3, because I think my parents just bought a football, and I think me and my sister have always been like competitive, because she's a bit older and she was a tomboy at the time and I was a boy, so it's like having an older brother. So when you get a ball and there's something you can be better at the other one than. So yeah, we used to kick it around, and then that graduated to at school with some friends, Chenga Funga. Yeah, and I'd be the smallest guy on the pitch, but I was fast, so I didn't really need to do much. Coach Kim started an academy, and I think it came about the right time, because me and my dad were looking for a football program where I could grow as an individual, and also apart from football, like my people skills, because I was always an introvert. So he knew football was going to be something that made me outgoing a bit. And yeah, he just felt my passion for it, because every now and then I'd push him, and TTA brought, I think, a certain seriousness to it, a certain professionalism, because I don't think I'd been at academies before, but I never had the things he was talking about. I never had them, so I was now curious, and yeah, that's how I got boxed in.
As a footballer, honestly, you can see the same characters on the field. He's someone who really wants it, and he will go for it, and he will achieve it. And for me, that is one of the most important qualities that you can have as a player, because at the end of the day, football is a very challenging sport, and it's not for the faint-hearted. And the journey of Praise Baraka has shown that all the time.
I've been coached in the under-21 team. Okay, Coach Kim, he coached me when I was in the under-16s, and that was my very first time in TTA, I think. Yeah, and it was like for a month before I joined we went to school and whatnot, and yeah, I think for him, that first instance, it was a change in my mentality, and I think my technical ability shot, because it wasn't as good before. And then from there is where I met Coach Brian. So I'm in Kofiti. Coach Brian, I think at first I wasn't sure about him, because he's such an intense character, and I was not used to that. So I think at first I was so unsure, but I think as time went on, I saw off the pitch he's very chill, and yeah, we started a good friendship. But that was before I joined the under-21s. When I finished school at 16, I joined the under-21 program, where now he was the head of the program. So I texted him on, like, I think I was wondering what I was going to do now after school, because I did a different system. So I was done in like July, and there's some time where you're wondering, because I knew I wanted to play football, but I knew the under 18s weren't going to be around till holidays. So I texted Coach Kim, I asked him, if I was to train, where would I train? Just like, you can train with the under 21s. And at the time, I don't know why I got scared. I thought about the big boys because I was 16. I just turned 16. So I was imagining people at 2019 and I was like, that's something. And then I think the first day we came here, I was kind of in my shell because I didn't really know what was going on. But the good thing is I had a couple of friends who are in my school who were here before, and they helped me adjust. And also, I think just the environment of TTA, coaches, they helped me adjust.
My lord. My lord, I wonder.
I need to use the right word. I think you came from a point where you were a player who wasn't developed that much.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first time you were playing football, I think you're just playing football for fun.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And from that till now, I think it's a massive, that's a massive stage of growth. It shows there's been consistency in the work that you've been putting.
Mm-hmm. Then came along Coach JT. Coach JT came in. So in terms of professionalism, I learned a lot from him because that's the aspect he brought to the team, and some tactical acumen. Then came along, I think after him, it was back to Coach Kim now. And I think when I heard he was coming back, I had a slight smile on my face because I was just like, to be honest, it made sense. The guy who started it all to finish it all, you get. And I think it was not as good as I thought it was going to be, simply because I think stuff at home happened, and yeah, it affected me. Although I didn't think it would, but I think at first it was because I think the first time around whatever happened, it was around we were doing a tournament. And I think around that tournament is one of the best football I ever played. It was a pre-season tournament. And towards the end of the year, I was good. And then January came and yeah, I'm not the same player. Don't have as much confidence. I'm not starting games, I'm on the bench. And even when I come off the bench, I'm not performing. And yeah, that's where question marks started to raise, even for me. Like, I had some doubts. I was in a bad place, honestly. And I think Coach Kim helped me out of that because I think there was a day after a game, I'd scored that game, but my performance was horrible. He took me aside and I think we just had a small talk. It was kind of a push I needed because I think he questioned a few things, and then I think it didn't really pop then because I was still in that rut. And then I think later on, because he'd recommended I go see a therapist, and he'd actually convinced my parents to do it, which really helped. And from then on, I slowly, it wasn't a big thing. And then as the season I started rediscovering myself, and even in terms of football, I realized that your off the pitch affects your on the pitch in terms of your mindset. Like, as much as you're determined, as much as you want to have fun on the pitch, if your life at home isn't like, you're also not in a fun place, it will translate.
One of the most important parts and or rather qualities that he has is the fact that even though he deals with all this stuff, because that is the part that I've known so much, because we speak a lot. Even though he deals with a lot of stuff, he has a big heart and he is able to actually even think about others, because so many people don't know how much he takes in, but simply because he's always there for others and he's ready to always help.
But I think also the other coaches in the environment, like Coach Sean and Coach Dexter, I think those two, I think over the past 2-3 years, I think we've built a really good friendship with them, because I think even right now, every day after training, we'll probably go and have something to buy to them, and we converse a lot about football, and I just be picking their brains about everything. And they've also helped me really reinforce my mentality and stuff and details, because they're very committed in such things, and they've helped me in stuff like analysis. When I think individually, what do I need to do? What do you think? And they've always been there for me. I think even in my tough periods, all the coaches were there for me. All of them were willing to lend a hand, to be the shoulder I can lean on. And yeah, I think those two especially were there for me.
All the time. He's stayed the longest at the academy before he got an opportunity. And now that he has it, and you can see that he's worked really hard to have it, you can see for sure that he wants to retain it, and he even wants to go further. But he waited, and that's another quality. He knows how to wait. And when it comes, he grabs it. And honestly, I wish him all the best, just like every other person who knows him would. And I'm so happy for him. And I just hope that a lot of players at the academy can actually look back on Praise's journey, and they can take lessons, and they can borrow a lot from him. And I know that they will have an opportunity to move even further in their careers.
Come out of hard work. In fact, it's come out of hard work. You also need to continue working hard to make sure that you can continue to do that.
Yeah.
You end up South Africa every way.
South Africa, Fleetwood, FTFA.
Hapo ilikuwa ilianza mapiano wapigia pesa. Mwonyeshe environment. Enjoy. All I'm saying, just enjoy. Yeah, so enjoy the moment, enjoy the opportunity, enjoy the environment, enjoy the culture. Yeah, enjoy.